sir, I saw you, I shit my pants. Once you pulled your gun. Here's another name-dropping story. I'm in a restaurant in LA, and Russell Crowe is there, and he comes over and he goes, "Hello, Bob Saget. I'm Russell Crowe." I went, "Yeah." He says, "I have a joke for you, Bob Saget." I said, "You can call me Bob." He said, "Okay, Bob Saget. What did the man say when the doctor asked him how his shorts fit him and he had 5 penises?" And I knew the joke, so I said, "That they fit like a glove?" And Russell says, "You gave away the punchline. You weren't supposed to give away the punchline." And he gutted me and then twirled my innards around and sang songs from Les Mis. And now we're friends. It's very, very cool. The weirdest thing that happens is I'll go through an airport and people will yell out, "Bob Saget!" They'll yell that at me. Do you know what that is? Right, so you're one of my people. What's your name, bro? What is it? Chris, nice to meet you. So Tourette's guy that's a real disorder. I do benefits for it. Good save, thanks a lot, low five. But there's a guy on the web, he's got 100 million hits, and I don't think he has the disorder. I think it's a joke. But instead of going, "Fuck you" or "God damn it," he says my name. That's my name. He hits his thumb with a hammer, he goes, "Bob Saget!" His pants fall down, he goes, "Bob Saget!" He's got a puller cord hooked up to a swing set, he falls down, "Bob Saget!" Somebody told me he died. I'm like, I'm fucking fine with that. I know what his last words were. "Bob Saget!" Bastard. A father will come up to me with his daughter and go, "There's a dad on Full House." And then, "Hey, Bob, I love you on Entourage. Don't you fuck my daughters." And there's a quote from Entourage, and he's got his daughter there. What is wrong with you? That's your daughter. You saved this for an appropriate place. That's what this is about. This is a safe space where I'm a soft R. Nobody gets hurt. I was not even a drug taker, really. I'm like, did your man come back, Aaron, by the way? That's the other thing. Now, let me explain something. No, guys, let me explain something. He's not just yelling that out randomly. Because that would be awkward at best. I'm a sampler platter. My life is in this Big Bird outfit that I am in. As I walk around, people yell out, "Bob Saget!" at an airport, and they yell out, "What'd you say, sir?" It's spreading, by the way. And all of these men have done that. I was in and I've said this before, I've talked about it, but what happened was I was in this movie, I was directing a movie called Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang. And that's how many people saw it opening weekend. MGM wrote me a note and told me I owe them $30 million personally. But I did a cameo in this movie, Half Baked. Now, if you get... I figured it out. This is a pot house. That's what this is right now. There's alcohol. How many people are boozed up right now? How many people are...
Yeah!
You're drunk. You're drunk. How many people are like on Adderall and want to clean the house like Danny Tanner right now? Not as many. How many are marijuana? Okay, that's Evan's business, so he's the guy. You just go right to him. He'll sell you a brick right now. Want to buy a 500-pound bag? It's like fertilizer. I made it myself with my own poo. It's come with good shit. Anyway, so I did this line in this movie, Half Baked. The great Dave Chappelle who's a friend of mine. In fact, just a few weeks ago, I was at the Comedy Store in LA, name drop pickup. Chris Rock was doing a set, and Dave Chappelle, and we fucked around a little bit, and Dave Chappelle and I actually talked through the beats of what I did in the movie Half Baked. I'm in the movie for 30 seconds. It's a pot movie. Dave Chappelle comes out in a drug rehab scene. It actually is much like this room right now. Because I realized how much of you are high right now. And it says rehab, just generic rehab behind him. And Dave comes out and says, "I'm hooked on marijuana." And then this comic named David Edwards goes, "Marijuana? Man, that is some bullshit," which I found very funny. And then I stand up all twitchy like this. I patterned it after an agent I knew in LA. And I'm cracked out, and I go, "Marijuana's not a drug. I used to suck dick for coke." And then, thank you very much. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And then this guy, Dave Edwards, goes, "I seen him." And that's not good for my character. That's a character witness. That means he saw me sucking dick for coke. And then I go, "You ever suck some dick for marijuana?" And Dave Chappelle goes, "No, I don't believe I have." And I go, "I didn't think so." And that's all I did. That's it. But I will just hear 10 guys yell that shit at me. And that was disconcerting at best. Because it's Bob Saget, it's Danny Tanner, you know, and my daughter, it's a lovely career. And beautiful range. I got my daughter next to me in an airport. This has happened to me 10 times with my children. And a guy comes over, he's 17 years old, he looks at me and he goes, "Hey Bob, you're great, you suck dick for coke," and then he leaves. My daughter's there, and she's like, "I thought you were directing now, Dad." And I said, "No, I said I do. I suck dick for coke. Get good shit, stay away from Evan, I don't trust him. He's a loner." So that's my life, but it's a good life, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I got all my comedy from my dad, and this has been a real life-changing time for me, and that's why it's so nice, actually. God, I'm gonna get sincere. Don't cry now. But this Fuller House thing is just weird because that doesn't happen. You don't get to do a show from 25 years ago. I mean, Star Trek did it like 10 years later, but this ain't Star Trek. This is the Tanner family. And people go, "Why aren't you like Danny?" Yeah, you want me to be like that? You want me to come to see me and I'm just like polishing the stool? You ever do that? After take a poop, polish your stool? You ever do that? But my whole life was spent dealing with, we had a lot of death in our family, like more than most people. So I resorted, my dad, it was like Foghorn Leghorn. He would be like, "I'm talking to you, son, I'm talking to you." And I had 2 older sisters, and I was 9. And he acted like I was 16 or 17 because he had a son, and he figured, he's old enough, I'll tell him everything. And he was wrong. So he would just tell me dick jokes, and people were dying. But it was to get my mind off of stuff. So he like overeducated me on real dumb shit, which you get to partake in tonight. And he would be in a restaurant, and he'd look at the menu, and he said, "Tonight's specials are cake and cock, and they're out of cake." And I'm like, I'm 9. They don't have cake? I like cake. He said, "Ask me how I slept last night." I said, "How'd you sleep?" He said, "Like a baby with your mom's tit in my mouth." I'm like, I want to be emancipated. I'm 9. I didn't even have a pube. Well, I had one. And I kept it under the pillow for the pube fairy to come. And he came all over my pillow. But